Normally DICE release the Easter egg building up to the next season in Battlefield 2042 about a week before the next season. But now in Redux we do get 2 weeks instead. I don't know if it's because DICE wants to start building some hype a bit earlier, perhaps because Redux hasn't been that thrilling, or maybe it's because it's a little bit harder to achieve. Stay around and I'll explain everything you need to know to get backgrounds, skins and charm so you can complete it in no time. For this set of Easter eggs, you need to visit Reclaimed, Hourglass and finally Orbital. You need to complete the eggs on Reclaimed and Hourglass or you won't be able to start the final Easter egg on Orbital. Reclaimed and Hourglass can be completed on your own, but on Orbital you need some friends. I'll get back to that later. To get the timeless player card on Reclaimed, you need to activate the transmitter, paint symbols next to 3 skulls and then get back and reactivate the transmitter. The transmitter is close to E1, down in the southeast corner behind the shed, which is next to the AA. You can paint the skulls in any order, so grab a Healy and start with the one just northwest of E1. Continue with the one behind the container northwest of C1 and finish off with the wall inside the western part of the D1 bunker. Once you've painted all the walls, get back to the same transmitter that you started with. A faint Morse code will confirm the completion as well as the timeless player card. Next up is the Happy Birthday player card on Hourglass. In the hotel to the west of E1, you will find the transmitter hidden in the reception behind the desk to the right. Activate it and then head up to the red truck with a container under the bridge north of B1. You need to press a code to open a container, be calm and take it slow. On PC, the selected options jump a bit when you press and then they jump back, so it's really easy to get the wrong combination. Note also that the symbols mean 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 and 9. That may be a bit confusing, especially as some will say the combination is 1, 4 when it's actually 1, 6 in the beginning. Anyhow, press the combination 1, 6, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 9. Once inside the container, activate the transmitter and then head back to the hotel and finish off by reactivating the transmitter once more. Now we are at the final part of the Easter egg, the tricky part that requires a full squad. Or sort of. I'll explain later how we completed this with only 2 humans but 3 players. Just south of A1, there is a command center with a transmitter inside. Everyone needs to activate it, then fan out and position yourself on the switches on B1, B2, A1 and the tower. The switches need to be pressed in the order B1, B2, A1 and finally the tower. If pressed in wrong order, they will immediately switch off and you can restart the process. Additionally, as soon as B1 is triggered, you have about 10 seconds to complete all the switches. When time runs out, the switches will switch off and you can restart the process. Upon completion, all switches will switch off, but you can no longer reactivate them. After completing the switches, head to the 5th floor inside the A building. On the north side next to the stairs there are a few boxes and behind them there is a new box on the ground. It's closed until the switches are activated in the correct order and then you can return to pick up a golden disc. Finally, once you have the disc, you need to get back to the command center where it all started on Orbital and reactivate the transmitter. It should be simple to complete with 4 players, or so we thought. Me and my friend opened the public server and after a while other players joined in. Because some joined in the other team, we couldn't talk in the game, but had to rely on chat. It didn't really go very well. Not at all actually. Eventually we had to give up. We simply didn't manage to sync the switches within 10 seconds. You would think that it can't be that hard, can it? So we started a new server with password. We did some testing before and to activate all switches with only 2 players is beyond a handful. We did however manage to do it on 3 players as I ran my test account on my streaming PC. You know, it's handy sometimes when you want to try something or maybe just create a nice cover. Anyhow, I placed myself and my test account on A1 and at the tower. My friend started at B1 and then quickly traveled to B2 using a Nightbird. Even with as short travel distance as possible, it was really hard to manage within 10 seconds. It takes a short moment to activate the switches, so it was really hairy to manage. But we did, So there you go, 3 players is possible. Cheers!